Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. If the graph of f of x equals to x square negative 2x positive k intersects a line f of x equals to 3 at exactly 1 point, what is the value of k? Okay, here we have two equations and the graphs of these two equations intersect at exactly 1 point. So when I solve the given system of two equations, I'll be getting only one solution. Okay, now let me solve the two equations. For that, let me write f of x equals to f of x. Okay, for the f of x we have on the left side, let's consider the stuff we have in the first equation, that is x square negative 2x positive k. Okay, let me write it over here, x square negative 2x for positive k for the f of x on the left side. And for the f of x on the right side over here, let's consider the stuff in the second equation, that is 3. We can plug in this 3 for f of x over here. Okay, now let me subtract 3 from both sides. Then I'm getting 3 negative 3 will cancel out, x square negative 2x positive k negative 3 equals to 0. Okay, here we have the quadratic equation in standard form. So usually when we solve a quadratic equation, we may get two real solutions. But for this equation, we'll be getting only one real solution because we got this quadratic equation by solving the given system of two equations. And also the question says that the graphs of the two equations intersect exactly on 1 point. So the given system has only one solution. Then this quadratic equation also will have only one solution. And now let's consider a quadratic equation standard form, that is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. When a quadratic equation has only one real solution, then the value of the discriminant b square into 4ac must be equal to 0. The quadratic equation here is in standard form, that is in the form of ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. Since this quadratic equation has exactly one solution, then the value of the discriminant b square negative 4ac for this quadratic equation also must be equal to 0. Okay, here this b is the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x in this quadratic equation is negative 2. So we can plug in negative 2 for b over here. Then we get negative 2 the whole square, negative 4 times. A is the coefficient of x square. So then a coefficient of x square in this quadratic equation is just 1. We can plug in this 1 for a over here. Then we get 4 times 1. And c is the constant term. Here the constant term is k negative 3. That is at the place of c we have k negative 3. So we can plug in this k negative 3 for c over here. Let me plug in k negative 3 equals to 0. We know that the value of negative to the whole square is just 4, and negative 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times k negative 3. Okay, now let me continue over here 4, and we can distribute this negative 4 to this k and negative 3. Then I'm getting negative 4k positive 12 equals to 0. Okay, here we can combine this 4 and 12. Then I'm getting 16 negative 4k equals to 0. Now let me add 4k to both sides. Let me do it. When I do so, this negative 4k positive 4k will cancel. I'm getting 16 equals to positive 4k. Let me divide both sides of this equation by 4. Then this 4 will cancel out. When I divide 16 by 4, I'm getting 4. On the right side, I'm getting k. So therefore, the value of k is 4.